heard of dragons from the fairy tales. And the first time I've heard that, we can channel dragons and they are real, I was like, no, I don't believe that. And then more and more people started to speak about it. And I still started to open my mind to maybe dragons also
Yes.
exist. And, the more you expand, the more you sort of include as more truths and more truth. And it keeps blowing my mind, this universe. But I'm still very curious. Like my 3D mind is like, okay, what are they? Where are they residing? Are they, do they look like how they look like in the fairy tales? I'm just curious about dragons in general, if you could speak to that.
Yes. And you're going to love this because up until about a year ago, even though it's so wild, even though I'm communicating with what we call ETs or aliens, and I have plenty of things that feel very comfortable for me to believe that are very odd for other people, right? And yet, when I started connecting with dragon energy, which was really only about a year ago, truly, and then I would say in the past 7 months, I don't know where 7 months came from. So that's apparently they're telling me that. Um, I really did not. I felt the same way. Okay, aliens, that's comfortable, right? Like ET, we're from other planets. This makes sense. This is comfortable for me to say. For whatever reason, I was the same. Oh, dragons? Okay, that's more like, you know, fairy tale land. But when they started coming through, part of my purpose is my guides immediately when I went through my awakening, they said you're an open channel. So you'll communicate with whomever or whatever is most important at that moment. So I just put myself into the vibrational space where I'm allowing a conversation to happen wherever it's needed
Hmm.
to fulfill that purpose of assisting the collective of humans in our ascension process, this planet, going through the ascension process. And right now, the dragons have powerful messages for us. So I came from the same, it is kind of odd with everything that I channel that was my perspective as well.
Yeah.
Um, when I tune into dragon consciousness, they are, let me just tune in actually. Are you okay with that?
Yes, sure.
Okay. They laugh. They laugh. There's almost this silliness of the way that humans perceive things, how limited our perception is. And there's a good-natured laugh around it. And I'm being reminded that about a week ago, even though I have been saying, wow, I've never been connected to dragons up until this point, they're reminding me of one of my favorite movies when I was a child, which is The Never Ending Story. And there's a love dragon in there who's always laughing. They're saying, there are so many powerful forms, and the way that humans perceive power is we have kind of a fearful perception of power. And really what power is large amounts of light energy coming through. That's true power. When there is a large amount of light streaming through any being, that is power. The dragons are showing me power is not something to be afraid of, and yet humans perceive it as something to be afraid of, and that's where the laughter is coming through. That's where there's this sort of good-natured laugh, like, yes, the image of dragons, and by the way, they do the in their body template. What they're showing me is their body template is what we perceive of. It is with scales. It is long with, these beautiful, almost, oh, they're so beautiful when I really look at them. There's, and there's so many different physical characteristics depending on the dragon and the energy consciousness that they're streaming through. But they do look the way that we have perceived them. That is true. In their more body template is what they're showing me. That is what they look like. And they're so, so, so beautiful. And I'm also seeing that our perception of them breathing fire is because of the power that they allow to stream through their body template. It is, if we were to look at it purely energetically, and they're reminding me of the sun. When I've looked at the sun, when I've connected with the sun energy in a different dimensional frequency, the sun isn't hot. That's our human perception. So when I have connected with the sun, I've actually gone into the sun, and it's simply energy, it's simply frequency. So they're showing me the same thing with this fire breathing, that it is because they are a pure channel of light, and there is a lot of power in the light codes and the vocalization that come through their being. And they're even showing me the shape of the dragon, how it's long and sort of wavy like that, how that allows them to channel so much beautiful light frequency through their voice, through it's not their voice, the air, um, it, the transmission that comes through their entire body and then exits through that mouth. Um, so I'm doing my best to interpret what they're showing me, because it's not voice. It's not voice, which would make sense with it being fire. And in the dimension that they exist in, it's a frequency that we would perceive of as just very powerful coming through. I can see the light codes that are encoded in the breath that they emit. And the message that wants to come through for this particular moment with your audience is that they're timekeepers. They're telling me, we're timekeepers. That's how we serve you on this planet. We're timekeepers. And what I'm being shown is this sort of, it almost looks like a sundial, but it's got many, many layers to it. And they're showing me, actually, this is okay. I've seen this image before. It's almost like multiple layers of dials stacked. And what they're showing me is we bring all of those layers into alignment. And what that does is it sort of clicks open the portal, and then they hold that portal. So that's really beautiful. Thank you for showing me that. I'm letting them know. Thank you for showing me that. What it does is they sort of create, because they've got such a powerful frequency, and I'm seeing again the light codes emitted from their bodies. They say, okay, now is the time in human history, human consciousness, along the unfolding of human time. Now is the juncture point. Now is the choice point, and the portal is ready to be opened. So what they do is they click all of that into alignment, and we, in our physical human bodies, we may feel that alignment happening with certain solar events, or different planetary body alignments. But they're really showing me there's something about the Earth frequency. It has more to do with the frequency of the planet and all of us doing our individual work of alignment. But what they do is they bring all of those, it almost looks like, dials, and they just click, 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 and they bring it all into alignment. And as that happens, what I'm hearing is almost an om sound that moves through that channel, and they're holding that open. They're holding that portal open. And this is for the potential of rapid advancement in our consciousness. So right now we are in a Stargate, is what they called it, which is another name for this particular type of portal. The reason it's called a Stargate is because we are connecting to those frequencies of our home, of where we're from, of the knowledge of ourselves on a more expanded level. And they're just saying, we're holding this for you. We're holding the frequency for you, sort of circling. And because we experience time and space in this layer of our dimensionality, portals are necessary. Now, if we're in these higher consciousness fields, there is no time and space. So they operate, they're in those fields. They're in the fields where they recognize there is no time and space. And they see that we are in the dimension of time and space. So they hold the portals for us. It's a very loving work that they do. And just one more thing for those of us who are really feeling some sort of interdimensional shift right now, that ooh, like, whoa, am I going through a portal? That sort of experience, where things look very multidimensional. What they're saying is, as you go through the portal, pay less attention to the shifting. Meaning, don't get attached to what's shifting, because it's all going to look really interesting as you move through the portal. So don't get attached to the images that you're seeing or the things like that. Stay within the heart, and ask for the golden grid of light to attune your particular body to move through this portal. Okay, I want to thank them for communicating that with me.
To watch the full video, click the link below, and I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel.
Resto maliata falia, tan shavra leto.